These are real photos of Yana and the criminals who have already been convicted and are currently in prison. The characters in this video were made to closely resemble the real individuals involved. The guys called each other Little Pie while in the very same chat planning a girl's murder. This story shocked the public not because of the murder itself, but because of the messages. There were jokes, emojis, affectionate words, and calm conversations about how to take a person's life. Yana Lekhodimova, 23 years old, Atyrau, Kazakhstan. She disappeared in the autumn of 2024 after leaving her home and never returning. The murder was committed by two men, her former boyfriend, Rizwan Kayrzhanov, and his friend Altinbek Kadimov. The investigation established that they acted in prior conspiracy. Yana was in a relationship with one of the accused, but he already had another girlfriend, the one he was planning to marry. According to investigators, Yana found out about this and was going to tell the other woman everything. That, as stated in the case, became the motive for the murder. But when the court restored the messages between the two men, society began asking different questions. In those messages, they used affectionate language toward each other, employed intimate expressions, sent provocative videos, and wrote phrases like, "My little pie," and "Will you be my baby?" Against this backdrop, public suspicion emerged that there may have been a relationship between them. In Central Asia, a region with strong conservative and traditional values, same-sex relationships are viewed extremely harshly. Because of this, some people concluded that Yana may have learned something more and could have threatened to expose it. This version was discussed publicly, but it was not established as a motive in the verdict. The court relied on evidence, not speculation. The court reconstructed the correspondence in which the defendants cold-bloodedly discussed how to get rid of Yana. They went through different methods: poisoning, burning, suffocation, and ultimately chose suffocation. They planned the murder for 10 days, calmly, deliberately, and cynically. The prosecutor read these messages aloud in court as evidence. Chat between Rizwan and Altinbek, reconstructed messages. R, are you here? A, what do you want? I need sleep. R, Dima is really pinging me off. They called Yana Dima as a nickname because her last name was Lekhodimova. A, damn, I'm so sick of these Dimas. R, I really want this over badly. So how exactly do you want it done? A, done. R, I can't handle this alone. Would you do this with me? R, think of some options. Dima has to be dealt with, as stupid as it may sound. A, but lol. R, she could trace the interceptor's number and start smearing me with Sarusam. Interceptor is what they called the first girl Rizwan was secretly seeing. In the fall of 2024, Yana left her home and never returned. It was Yana's diary where she detailed her relationships that raised her mother's suspicions. Based on these entries, suspicion fell on two men, her ex-boyfriend, Rizwan Kayrzhanov, and his friend, Altinbek Kadimov. The investigation established that they acted in prior conspiracy. They were discussing R, I can't handle this alone. R, LOL, A, LOL, R, would you do this with me? A, are you upset? R, so you're interested? R, in removing Dima from the picture. R, you want this yourself? A, I don't care. A, if it has to happen, it happens. R, okay. A, she means nothing to me. R, roughly how much would it take to make this happen? A lot. R, name the terms. A, the conditions have to be serious. R, just so I know. R, lol. A, you want it done in a business-like way? R, we're in this together anyway. R, the conditions are yours. Chat between Rizwan and Yana, and at the same time a completely different person. Rizwan, Yana, I'm just asking to talk. Yana, I already told you, I don't need you. Nothing will change. Rizwan, give me at least a week. I'll try to be good. Let's meet. Yana, you know how I feel about you. Why didn't you tell the truth right away? Rizwan, it's hard for me. I just want to live. He was sometimes gentle, sometimes cold. R keeps texting me all day. I don't understand what he's trying to achieve. I would be happy if he did all this because he truly wanted to, but he's doing it out of fear, and that completely messes with my head. R texted less than usual today. No anxiety. All right then, what's done can't be undone. All that's left is to accept it and live on. In Yana's diary, her mother later found disturbing entries. Yana wrote about fear, about doubts, and she constantly mentioned the letter R. At first, her mother didn't understand who it referred to, but intuition told her the truth. It was Rizwan. Security cameras confirmed the key details. That evening, Yana went out to meet him and got into his car. Sometime later, his friend joined them. The footage shows Yana being pushed back into the vehicle. After that, she disappeared forever. When the evidence became undeniable, they were forced to confess. After the murder, they didn't hide. They didn't panic. They went to a venue, relaxed, kept texting. They discussed how great a time they had. No remorse, no horror, no sense of guilt. That is why the messages caused such public outrage. People weren't shocked only by what was said, but by the complete absence of humanity. Yana's body was found several months later near the bank of the Zhayak River. The court found both men guilty and sentenced them to life imprisonment. Her name was Yana Lekodimova. She was 23 years old. These were her first serious relationship, her first gentle love. She looked much younger, about 14, maybe 15 at most, slim, quiet, a very gentle young woman. Yana graduated from school with a gold medal and was admitted on a full scholarship to one of Kazakhstan's prestigious universities, the University of Oil and Gas. She earned a master's degree, was preparing for postgraduate studies, and planned a career in science. The day before her disappearance, she was still thinking about the future. She was a girl who simply wanted love. She fell in love for the first time, and instead, she was met with this fate. Her mother fought for justice until the very end, especially after it became known that the perpetrators discussed among themselves that the law could be bought, that they could get away with it. They also spoke about committing crimes even worse than this one. To this day, no one knows the true motive for the murder. The perpetrators refused to give testimony, and people still debate what could have led to such extreme cruelty.